Getting a place at Cambridge. An easy guide to the process. 1. Everybody knows that candidates for Oxbridge need to obtain excellent qualifications and references in order to achieve their dream of winning a place. However, high grades are not quite enough, as there are always more students with top grades than there are available places. 2. Oxford and Cambridge need to use additional means to pick out the very best students. The two universities use slightly different methods. Here we will look at how Cambridge chooses its students. We will look at Oxford in a different video. 3. Entry requirements for both Oxford and Cambridge are of course both very high, but they are slightly higher at Cambridge, particularly for arts courses. Entry is also different for students who aim to study computer science and mathematics, or mathematics on its own. For this, students must also take the 6th term examination paper, STEP. Note that STEP is generally taken after the student has received a conditional offer, so obtaining a good grade in the STEP will act as an additional entry requirement. 4. Cambridge is different from Oxford in that all candidates must complete a supplementary application questionnaire as well as their UCAS form. This is taken online in response to a request from the university shortly after the UCAS form is submitted. 5. The SAQ must be completed by the 22nd of October, 6 p.m. UK time. However, any students who would like to be interviewed in Malaysia or Singapore will need to submit it by the 26th of September. Do not miss the deadline date, as your application will then be void. The SAQ is similar to the UCAS form, but provides much more detail about your academic performance and other activities. 6. All students from outside the EU, such as all Chinese students, will also fill in the Cambridge Online Preliminary Application, or COPA. This provides additional information that will be important, for example, for students in China who need to attend an interview. Please see the Cambridge University website for information on the deadline for the COPA, as this varies with your chosen subject. 7. It is very important that you complete all three: UCAS, the SAQ, and the COPA. If any are missing, your application cannot proceed. 8. Most candidates will need to take a test, either before or on the day of any interview. This will depend on your subject. Check the university website for details of your course requirements. 9. For many subjects, usually arts subjects, you will need to submit a sample of your written work. Please check the web pages for your chosen subject to find out if this applies to you. The written work should have been produced as part of a course related to your chosen subject and will need to be verified as your own work by your school. The written work must be submitted in English, even if it was originally written in another language and then translated. In most cases, this work will form the basis for discussion during any interview you may attend. 10. If you are a very strong candidate and have cleared all these hurdles, well done! At this point, you will probably be invited for an interview. Cambridge interviews about 3/4 of those students who apply. The interview is such an important aspect of the process that we have recorded a separate video to provide some guidelines. Please watch that now.